We welcome to the show Tony Washington. So, Tony, tell us, how did you first get into music?
Oh, I got into music from Jamaica at school. In those days, I don't know what they call the music. It wasn't even Ska yet. But I used to go with a group called the Cool Shakes. And then I came to England after that. And John Allen Records was one of the first artists when they opened here.
Was there a moment where you got your big break, or did you have to really work for it?
Well, I grew up playing with most of the guys, Jackie Edwards, Owen Gray, and all these, because they all used to do shows, Winston Francis, and all those guys, we used to do shows together. I think my big break is when I joined Ireland. And I used to do some writing with Jackie Edwards and play some piano for him and things like that. And there were the days when we used to do the shows around the town halls and anywhere we could get a gig. And Chris heard some of my songs, and I joined Ireland, and he wanted to bring Millie over, and I said it was a good idea. And I already know the tune that he wanted to do, and I thought it was a very good idea. So I said, go for it, and started from there. We had a hit with My Boy Lollipop.
And that was a big hit.
Very big. I had the B-side of that record as well.
What was the B-side?
A song called Something's Gotta Be Done. I mean, in those days, it was the art rather than the money. Just want to get involved, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you love music, and I suppose when you love music that much, you'll always do it.
All you do is think about it. I don't think about it, you just think about the music. You go to sleep at night, you wake up in the day and think about the music. I'm telling you, it's a bit different today, it's all changed. I suppose I've seen all the changes since I came here.
Yeah, music has changed a lot, hasn't it?
It has. But I think, those early days played a very important part,
A lot of the music I play on my show is ska, reggae.
I think you do a very good show, Chris.
Thanks, Tony.
You bring back memories to guys like me when you play some of those tunes.
Well, that's what I get. I get a lot of listeners, they say, oh, I remember that one. And they
right.
Really, and they remember. So.
Well, you're doing a good job, man. I'm pleased. I'm very happy that, you stick it out, because a lot of people lost it down the years. I mean, not a lot of guys like you is into the music.
I mean, it's like on a lot of radio stations, it's only one type of music. They don't really, almost scared to play something a bit different.
No, you must admit that a lot of people don't really know about it's like I was talking to some people today, we were saying a lot of people that came into reggae didn't really know about reggae until Bob Marley, So a lot of people know reggae since Bob Marley. I mean, quite a lot. But there are a few people who go before that, who can go from the rocksteady days and things like that, you know what I mean?
One of the originals that I spoke to last year, he was saying that with Bob Marley, originally he was doing Curtis Mayfield covers.
Even when I came to England, a lot of these people didn't have faith in Jamaican music. Well, they used to play calypso and things like that, but they didn't have a lot of faith in the Caribbean music or African music. During the years, you find that people like the originals had to divert, just to keep in the business. I mean, but the music was always in our heads. We came over here with the music in your head. But to survive, you had to sing a bit of Ray Charles, and you have to do a lot of things, because people weren't really familiar with the Jamaica sound,
Not until Bob Marley.
Not until Bob Marley.
Who would you say are your favourite reggae and ska artists?
That's a question I could never answer, because I've got, most of these people are my friends. And if I have a favorite, they say, oh man, what about me? You know what I mean? I have to call 100 names one time. How can you do that?
Okay, name somebody you're not friendly with.
No, they're all my friends. They're all my friends. I mean, guys like me, you know, we grew up in the business so deep that every music counts, you know. I remember even Derek Morgan before he recorded. You're talking to a guy who know all these guys before. I mean, Winston Francis and I were like backstage babies, you know. Before we even, I mean, Winston was a Cobra man. He used to do, you know, he was a contortionist as a young kid. Put his leg over his head and climb underneath things, small spaces and things like that. But we were always on the stage, you know. I used to dance before I started singing.
So what was Derek Morgan like then?
Well, Derek Morgan was really a quiet guy, you know, but in the early days when we were kids, you know, he was going blind. He wasn't really blind yet, but he was going blind. And we used to pass each other on the road, you know. We didn't really have any really musical contact. I mean, I used to do the Cool Shakes, and they used to do whatever they did with Coxon and Duke Reed and all those people. But he was a quiet guy, a nice guy.
This is the Derek Morgan who sang Blazing Fire, isn't it?
Right.
That was a good tune.
Yeah. These are people I knew in Kingston before, you know, there was a music business. I mean, to tell you the truth, when I came to Britain, there was a music business. They were getting together music. Rock was just coming in. So you had the Shadows, you know, and you had, you know, the various guys on that side. But there wasn't a lot of business going on.
Oh, really? So when you first found it was not very organised, or?
No, it was really early because, you know, the kids your age at that time were getting into Bill Haley, you know. I mean, when I came to England, the big Chubby Checker was a big hit. A lot of people were doing the twist.
That was a good tune as well.
Yeah, that was a very big record, that one. I used to listen to Elvis. I mean, one of the guys in my group used to do an Elvis impersonation.
But that was funny.
Yeah, it was funny. His guitar was a broomstick, you know what I mean?
Right.
And it went down well, yeah. He looked nothing like Elvis, but when you watch this guy doing Jailhouse Rock, I mean, Elvis could learn some moves from him. And most of the theaters in Kingston we used to play, you know?
Yeah.
Or get a free pass to go and see the movies. And it was always, the business when in the early days used to be run like a film business. Even the contracts were like film contracts, you know. There was no record contract. I mean, you know, it happened afterwards, you know, with publishing and all this stuff coming in.
I suppose singers have it a lot better today, don't they, really?
I think, you know, I take my hat off to a lot of people down the years that fight for various rights and whatever. I mean, I'm not displeased about the business, you know, not really. At the same time, you know, there's a bit of drawing the line with certain music what people play, and I think music should be free now, because I find outside of England, a lot of people are mostly into cultural music than in Britain. In Britain has this kind of one-way look sometimes. If it's not a money thing, it's not viable. I remember in the early days, you know, when I started out, you walk into the publisher and you play this song. If you're instrument player, you brought your instrument and you sing the song, the guy likes it. Or if you can't play instrument, you sing it without an instrument. Well, for me, I was a piano player, so, you know, I was doing songwriting and I sang, so it was easy. And then the cassette era came on. You had to do a demo on a cassette.
Yeah.
And then I had to do something for EMI one time, and I turned up in the office, and there was these guys sitting down in the corridor, and they had video And they had cassette, and they had CD, and they had all work. And I'm saying, how can I get a deal without doing all this? And a video to go with it.
Yeah.
And that was a very big change, you know. And
you probably won't answer this, but what's the favourite song you've recorded?
Favorite song I recorded. You mean, I don't know. So many people I like so many different ones. What I do know is that it sounds like Boof Ska, and Show Me How to Milk the Cow, and there's a few songs. All those songs were in good style. I like those songs. And there's What I Do. But What I Do is another track. That was a very good track too.
Have you got a personal favourite?
Personal favourite. I don't. What you don't call a personal favourite to a guy like me. And you see, I used to do a lot of live music too. You see, so I mean, now I'll go for a personal favourite, right? I didn't write that song, but I recorded. Show Me How to Milk the Cow, because it's a fun song, and you know, it's like an audience participation song, you know.
All right then, Tony. Thanks a lot.
Cheers.
See ya.
Bye-bye.